Hello, everyone, and welcome to Blood, Fate, and Fortune, a game of swashbuckling, sorcery, and seduction, all set in the world of 7th. My name is Dan McCurdy, and I'll be the storyteller this evening. You can find me at RevDMC247 on TikTok, YouTube, Blue Sky, and if you find me anywhere else, you are in fact seeing my copy, Come for Another World. But watch out, it's a horny isekai. I will now allow my players to introduce themselves, starting with Natalie.
Hi, everyone. My name is Natalie, also known as Gizmos Aplenty across the internet, and tonight I am portraying Leonora Orsini, the Sorceress.
Hello, I am Jeremiah McCoy, aka Basics of the Game, and I will be playing Mykolas Kelvan, the Sarmatian Losajas, and I'm sure there's no problems that will come up tonight.
None whatsoever. Hello, I am Wolfgar, Reaper Wolfgar on everywhere that it counts and it matters, and I will be playing Rafael Rodriguez, the Castilian priest. That's all that is. Just a priest.
Sure, we'll go with that. Hello, everyone. I am Lakar the Artificer on everywhere that matters to anybody. And tonight, once again, I am playing Umberto Vitale, the Porte, who's also dipping his hand into carpentry, apparently.
In our previous episode of Blood, Fate, and Fortune, as they were traveling across the maw, that incredibly windswept, storm-shaken body of water that separates Eisen and Montaigne from lands to the north, like Vestin and Avignard, traveling along, the group got caught in a storm aboard the ship that they were taking, the Sandoval's Fortune, and they passed an island where they sought to take shelter from that storm. Managing to bring themselves into the island, Mykolas was the first to notice that a lighthouse on the island, which had alerted them to its presence, appeared golden in the light that it was sending out, reminding him of the deal that was made with Rona, the Crow of War, that in order to get the next word of his deal with her, he needed to find the Golden Tower and help the boy within to win his war. They met a family that was working in the lighthouse, one that was assigned there from Avalon. They where families would go for shifts of 5 years to manage the lighthouse. And this family was there, and they'd had a pretty good time. The father was Samson, his wife Erica, and their 2 children, Maeve and Soren. Maeve, a young bubbly 9-year-old running around, just having a great time, wanting to get to know everyone, especially Roan and Leonora, and eyeing Umberto's daggers and wondering if she'd be able to get her hands on one of those too. And Soren, who was everything we hope for a grumpy, emo 13-year-old boy to be. However, after some questions, it was revealed that Soren was in fact the boy fighting a war, that every night around the island, shadows would appear, tall shadows, which, like the structure of the lighthouse itself, indicated taller creatures very similar when described to the physical forms of the Divai, the beings that give the Losajas their power. And as the shadows approached, Soren revealed that it was only by playing his violin, a song that he had found from the violin, specifically an old Vaticine song, that would hold the shadows at bay. As the group continued to investigate the tower, they also found down in the basement the odd furnace which powered the lighthouse, that held an unnatural flame that burned from the bottom going all the way up to the top, and a small area walled off within that basement, and nearby a little cubby that had been made by Maeve, which held a chalkboard that was requesting her presence by an unseen force. Learning in time that the lighthouse was made up of creatures that had once upon a time been shattered, referred to over and over again as halves of a whole. The flame inside the furnace and the shadows outside, forever attempting to come in to be reunited with their previous halves. The creature inside warned that without the lighthouse, ships would continue to crash on its shores as they passed the maw, that Avalon needed this lighthouse still to burn, and told Mykolas that he held in his hands, he, the name bearer, had the weapon that could be used to defeat these shadows. But then, up in the tower, as Raphael played and played after Soren had finally just passed out from exhaustion, after 6 months of every night staying up to hold these creatures at bay, Raphael watched as 4 of the shadowy figures broke off from their attack and started heading down to the docks of the Sandoval's Fortune below. And that brings us to where we begin. Raphael, you stand in the room looking out the bay window. You can see Soren asleep on the bed next to you, and you watch as these figures, recognizing you and recognizing where you came from, turn and heading towards the boat. You are playing. What are you doing?
So he is. So I do. I don't. I think I remember asking this question at the end of the last one, but I'm going to ask again. Would he? He is. It's obviously creating a barrier up to a certain point and not letting it do the like get to the lighthouse, obviously, to get to the family. Is there a way for Rafael to push this outward by changing the tune ever so slightly, or
You don't
or
know.
something? That's what he wants to try to do. That's what he wants to try to do.
How do you change up how he plays? What are you altering about the song in order to extend the barrier?
He is changing notes that resonate a little more, going on runs, like the whole like longer pulls on the bow, and then and just sort of, instead of doing a rapid back and forth, he's slowly kind of stroking out. So it's almost like he's working like a potter working the wheel kind of thing. He is slowly but surely kind of that kind of deal of kind of flexing it out.
All right, give me your wits and scholarship as you take what you know of music and what you've put together of how this song is holding the shadows at bay, as you attempt to improvise and see if you can determine ways in which this magic that is keeping them away might be altered.
That is a 9. Okay, and that is that is, wait, I got 3 in this skill. I can roll a die, re-roll a die.
You can.
I'm gonna do that. Thank you, God. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. On a 4, relatively quickly, as you were playing and watching these shadows, and it's hard to see because you're in the middle of a storm. There's snow everywhere. The shadows are not as distinct because it's night out, but and they are the only thing that's giving the shape to the shield, as far as you can tell. Like, there is not a visible shield. It's just them banging, seemingly like mimes against glass. But as you altered the tune, you do notice at sometimes when you add a particular vibrato to the pulls that you're making, the shield seems to push a little further out. But you can only keep that going so often. That's a pretty complicated bow movement. And when you let off that, it very quickly seems to. So you're like pushing the horde back. And then when you can't hold that anymore, the horde comes back in again as you continue playing as you had been. As a side effect of this, because this is a particularly trilling, it is a jarring sound, you see Soren start to stir next to you. And he, oh God, I stopped playing.
No, you didn't. And he's pulling the ways about it, and is just, he's got his eyes locked on the things that are out there. Like, his ear is obviously listening for Soren, but he's got his eyes locked on the things as they're doing what they're doing outside.
So you did manage to push and extend the barrier. It did nothing to stop the 4.
Oh God. Okay.
That are moving, because they have gone. They are no longer challenging the shield. They are moving in an unshielded direction.
Oh no.
Soren steps up and is like, I didn't know you played.
Something I picked up in the church.
Okay. Wow, you've got them really far back.
Yeah, but 4 of them are going for the ship.
Is there anyone on the ship?
The crew and everyone else that couldn't come up to the tower or to the lighthouse.
You've got to help them. Here, give me.
No,
Give me.
Soren, you have
to help them. You have to help them. We don't have a choice. I can keep the shield up. You have to help them. I've been doing this for half of a year.
Yes, and you passed out just before this.
So what? We just let your crew die?
No. Because says what he's gonna do, because he has 3 hero points. He's just going to say, I need you to put your hand on my shoulder right now.
Okay. He does it.
And he's gonna sort of, as he's still playing, because he wants this transition to be as smooth as possible and he doesn't want to have to stop to do it, so he's gonna spend a hero point and channel his miracle worker into Soren.
Oh, all right.
And see if he can heal him enough to give him enough strength so he can start playing again, so he can start making off towards the ship.
Insta caffeine.
I never thought of it in terms of exhaustion before, but exhaustion's a physical ailment. So yeah, sure, I'll give it to you. This is different because as you are playing and doing this, suddenly there's a golden glow around the violin. That glow suffices you and then passes over into him. He's like, whoa. Oh, yeah, I got this.
It's just like, be ready to catch it.
I'm ready.
And then just sort of will sidestep in such a way that it's pulling so that the note will carry as he passes it to Soren to continue.
He grabs it and goes right. There's a bit of a disruption. Like the shield goes down for a little bit. The shadows step up, but you're getting the impression the shield is actually being emitted. And so it's not like they get past the barrier. In the time between when you stop playing and when he picks it up, the few shadows that move past the original line get pushed back to it. And he's like, all right, I've got this. You've got to help them. They're moving.
Yeah, and at this point, Raphael is going to run for his life. Like he is is going to run for his life to the ship.
All right, so you're headed straight to the ship?
Yeah.
Okay. Because this is involving you are up some really, I don't know if you've ever tried to go down a spiral staircase really quickly. This is going to require a finesse athletics risk from you.
I Wolfgar have, and it is a task.
And I am spending a villain point because I have them. Difficulties are going up to 15.
Oh god! Oh crap! Oh. There is. Okay, sorry. Took me a second.
Yeah, you'll go down the stairs quickly. That part will happen pretty definitely.
3.
3. Dang. All right. Yeah, you take 1 minor wound, but really it's just like you hit one turn a little faster than you wanted as you are scampering down the steps. We're going to shoot down into the basement. Yes, Lenora.
Do we hear this hastened steps coming like down the stairs, not down to the basement, but like do we hear like the footsteps coming down?
You're not hearing the footsteps. What you do hear, because the mechanism of the furnace is conveying the song down to you all, you hear the song suddenly get oddly insistent. Like it has been very sonorous, almost dirge-like most of this time. And then all of a sudden there's like you know, when you get the scared violin sounds in a horror movie soundtrack. This would be awesome if this was an actual movie for the soundtrack. Is suddenly the tone has very definitely changed, and it feels oddly insistent, but also maybe more powerful. And then that persists for like a minute, and then it kind of goes back to where it had been.
Huh.
Meanwhile, there is an arm stepping further out of the fire. This creature, seemingly made entirely of flame, that has announced itself as the guardian of the tower, is looking at you all. Because he'd been talking to it, and leans in curiously. So, name bearer, will you wield the sword?
If it is the only way to stop them, then yes.
It is the way to destroy them.
He'll sort of stand up fully. You know, he's crouched down before he stands fully. Looks over at the other two. I'm going to go outside and see what I can do.
Would you like a company?
This could be very dangerous.
As if we haven't already come across danger at every step.
Part of this I'll have to do myself, but yes, I could use the company.
Kujina, you got this?
I don't know what this is, but I guess. Question for the storyteller. How did Shadow react to the Guardian saying all that?
Shadow is still shivering basically back behind the brick. As Guardian stepped out, the hand that had extended suddenly retracts. Interestingly, when that happens, you realize that the original Guardian had stepped through the arm that you had seen. It had not been his arm. His voice had just been coming from the same place. And when the shadow hand retracts, the fire hand retracts.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, so Leonora says, yes, I can watch things from here. And then she's going to grab Mykolas by the shoulder and say, please don't do anything stupid. I don't think it's as simple as we think.
Nor do I. But I should at least confront it first and see if I can find out more.
Then let me leave you with this. And she's going to kiss him on the cheek and bless him. With a... Does it matter about the hero points? I'm sorry, I'm trying to find my thing. I'm going to give you a major blessing, and I'm going to spend a hero point and take a lash. That's what it is. I get to give you a major blessing. Unlike the minor blessing, a hero or villain may use the bonus die for any risk until the end of the scene and until you run out of bonus dice.
So how many lashes are you at?
So I'm giving you 4, and I am at 5 lashes.
Okay. 4 bonus dice for you to add to any pool until the scene ends.
Okay. He will sort of dip his head for a moment and put his hand on Leonora's shoulder and be like, coming back.
Oh, I know. Just in one piece, please.
I'll do my best.
Why do you think I'm going with you? And he will take out the chess piece and hand it to Lenora to make sure.
Out of curiosity, how many markings do you have on the chess piece right now?
3?
You had at least 2. 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Mykolas and Umberto head for the stairwell and start moving up it. And you come up into the main meeting area where the main door is, right as Raphael is stampeding down the stairs. And Mykolas, you notice the music is still playing.
It should be noted that Raphael's not slowing down at all.
Okay. You watch Raphael basically hurl himself at the big doors and push them open as he runs past.
Yeah. He is moving.
Well, Mykolas is doing double time. Like, he's not flat out sprinting, but he's moving quite fast.
Mm-hmm.
Umberto keeps up too.
Okay, as the three of you burst out into this sort of courtyard area around the main entrance to the lighthouse, where you can see the little garden, which is now well snowed and iced over. You can see various little outbuildings that they had, and you can see the line of shadows they're stepping around. But Mykolas, I don't think Umberto ever looked through the bay window, but Mykolas, you can see a gap in the line of the shadows, which you had thought you remembered had been pretty solid the last time you looked.
Okay, he's making a beeline for it.
Okay. Raphael?
He will follow behind, and he's making his way to the ship.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's...
And that if that's where that...
I guess that should be said, because you were shown a shortcut, a quicker way that's not the main path up. That way is blocked by shadows. Or at least there are shadows in a way. How effectively they block you, you don't know yet.
Says he, because right now he's not really sure how well this is gonna go to try to push past it through the shortcut. Because he doesn't know what it does. Because he's trying to get down there quick, I feel like he would try to push through.
All right. So Mykolas is heading towards the gap. Raphael is heading towards the shortcut. Umberto, they're moving in two different directions. What are you up to?
I'm gonna follow Mykolas.
Okay. Raphael, so it's about equidistant, so you're all going to get there about the same time. Mykolas, as you are getting closer to the shadows, you see them all staring up at the bay window. And if you pause to glance over your shoulder, you can see Soren up there, still playing, still drawing, as they continue to stretch and grow as they are slamming at something that you can't quite see. But there is a gap. And as you come to that gap, you can see on the path leading down the mountain 4 shadows moving towards the docks.
Well, going downhill is faster than going up.
Inevitably.
Yeah. So Mykolas is going to pull that damnable sword.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to run down that hill.
Okay. No shadows are immediately in your way, so you get to the path. Go ahead. It has gotten it is steep. It is icy. The wind and snow are blowing. Give me your finesse and athletics as you try to make your way down this path. Difficulties are still 15.
Okay. 15, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Jerk.
I know, right? Hey, someone gave me all these villain points. It would be rude of me to not use them.
Yeah.
You want more?
did.
Always.
I swear to God.
Not right now.
And that's a 3 here, so I can re-roll 1. Okay, that's not bad. I have 2.
2. All right, take a minor wound from minor slips and stuff along the way, but nothing major. And you are moving expeditiously down this hatchback path. Umberto, same to you. Finesse and athletics, unless you want to try to sell me on a different way of approaching getting down this.
No, that seems about right.
All right. 3. All right. Without taking wounds, you are able also to keep up with Mykolas on his way down. Raphael, you get to the path, and as you approach the shadows, they stop their assault on the shield, and they look to you, and they hold themselves in, you would guess, an aggressive stance, but it's hard to tell. It's not sure what they mean to do from the stance.
Okay. Is there a way that he can sidestep, like bob and weave through these guys? Or are they a pretty solid wall?
They are pretty up on each other, but you could certainly give it a try. This would be probably your finesse athletics. You would need 2 raises to succeed. And I will say there are 4 risks of wounds.
Okay. And it's still 15, correct?
Still 15.
Okay, cool. So that is 2.
2 raises. All right. You make a cut, and one of them makes kind of a lunge for you, and you're able to kind of sidestep out of the way. And just as you're on your way through, one of their long hands grabs your arm, and you feel a painful cold going up your arm, and a weird crackling type energy inside you. You take 2 minor wounds. You're able to pull your hand free. It doesn't manage to hold on to you. You succeeded the check, but touching them hurt.
So I reached my first dramatic.
Okay. All right. So if this is your first dramatic, as it's grabbing you and you just feel that wrenching sense of pain, you open your mouth to cry out, and there's this odd resonance in your voice as you cry out, as if when you open and scream, it's like 3 people are screaming inside of you at once.
Ha!
But you manage to pull your arm loose, and you have your path now down the shortcut.
Oh, running to the boat. Fast you can.
Okay. All right. We're going to jump back into the basement. Leonora. The Guardian still seems to be staring off in a direction. You would guess, actually, if you read, you would know, in the direction of, certainly of Umberto, because you can follow the black string to him.
Storyteller, I would like to read, please.
Okay. There you go.
Perfect.
And also, from the Guardian, you get an arcana you've never seen before. It is, for a second, you think you're looking at the moonless night. But then you realize it is the moon fully eclipsing the sun, and the fire of the corona of the sun around the moon. What, upon seeing that, what does Leonora call it in her mind?
I would say that she probably calls it eclipse.
Okay. A new arcana has been added to your knowledge, though it is not yet in your deck, the eclipse.
Great. Can I sense anything about it? Is there anything like any traits that are specific to it yet that I can kind of pick out, or is it just
you are just coming to be aware of its existence? You'll have to do some learning and growing to add it to your repertoire. Like if you were to see you don't know what to infer from it, and you've literally never run into it before in all of your training.
If I were to look at shadow, would I see the same thing?
Turning around to look at shadow, no. Shadow has that empty arcana, like clearly room for fate, but nothing's there.
Okay, so shadow,
like an unpainted card.
Okay. Interesting. Because I have from last session, and maybe it was because of the board, was the Moonless Night and the Moonless Night.
Yes. Yeah, near that you picked up Moonless Night, Moonless Night.
Okay, but that's not shadow.
Shadow is showing blank.
Cool. Okay. Blank. Cool. I am going to take this moment to kind of study their behaviors. Because I know that Shadow is rigid and he's a bit they're a bit fearful, but the Guardian seems like they're not afraid at all in this instance, and they are tracking my party, specifically probably Mykolas. So is there anything about their mannerisms or about their interactions that I can kind of like pick out more about their relationship, other than they are two halves of a whole or two parts of a whole?
Give me your wits and empathy.
Cool. I like that one. 1, 2, 3. Empathy. I don't have a lot of that, but I have flair and I have 1 bonus die on all risks. Hooray. Why did you drop? Okay.
Gravity laughs at us all.
Gravity can suck it. Okay. And then I'm going to re-roll 1. Or no, I don't have to re-roll it. It just counts. Okay, cool. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4.
4. Even with 15s?
Oh shit, I have 15s. Okay. So that's gonna be 3.
3, okay. Is there a leftover die there that you would like to sell?
No more selling.
Okay.
No. Listen here, bub. I have enough lashes to get you some hero points or your villain points, so I don't need to sell you my dice.
So as you are reading, Guardian strikes you as wildly arrogant. Like this is a being so self-possessed of their own power and their own role in things. Like it is completely disregarded you. It recognized Mykolas, it recognized the sword, and nothing else in the room mattered.
Love it. Great.
But as you were looking at this, you continue to see, because Shadow is continuing to probe the room, like occasionally the hand will venture back out, and you see that there is a fiery hand that pokes out of the furnace, and it's always in a mirror of each other. One hand goes, the other goes.
So the Guardian and the furnace are different.
Yeah, the Guardian, though apparently a being made entirely of flame, has stepped entirely out of the furnace. There is something else poking a hand out of the furnace.
Okay. All right. Sorry. I lumped them together. How foolish of me.
They appeared to be as one before. It was only when Guardian stepped all the way out that you saw that there's apparently multiple fiery beings in the furnace.
And furnace also has potential.
Okay. Also read blank.
Great. Lovely. Okay. What about Shadow?
Shadow and furnace both read blank.
I just mean about like, did that roll only count for more stuff about Guardian or?
Shadow is curious, from what you're seeing, and also exploring a bit of freedom. Only one brick was removed, but that's enough for the hand to kind of stick out. And even though they are afraid, as you have read, this freedom is apparently rare enough for them that they can, even in the midst of their fear, they keep kind of poking out.
And can I read anything on? Okay, I already read the furnace.
Mhm.
But I can't see another being necessarily.
Yeah, all you see, like, there's fire in the furnace, the one fiery hand that is sticking out, and the guardian who has stepped entirely out.
Yeah, Lenora's gonna just keep an eye on Guardian as he's doing whatever he's doing, and she's gonna walk over to the bricked up shadow, and she's just simply going to ask, "What is it that you desire?"
I don't want to be trapped anymore. I don't want to be half of a whole anymore.
That is all I need to hear. And she's going to place her hand in that hole of the missing brick, and she's just going to start pulling at bricks.
As you put your hand in the hole and start pulling, Shadow's hand rests on yours. And you are going to take 3 minor wounds as a feeling of intense cold shoots up your arm. You also hear a cry from the cave in Shadow, and the hand pulls off you as if it was burned. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was trying. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry.
And she's just going to kind of like feel the pain, but she at this point is used to pain in her hands. Like, yes, it singes, it stings, but she's not going to take it like as dramatically as someone who's never felt pain in their hand before, like of this kind of sort.
And this did not get you to a dramatic wound, correct?
No.
You were still shy of that. Okay, so as you pull back, at first you expect to see like frostbite, because the sensation you felt was cold. But looking at it, there is no frost damage. There's no visible damage to your hand or arm. It's just, there was definitely pain.
Yeah. If I'm able to ask one more thing, she would look to the hole where Shadow is with at least one more brick, I would think, that is taken off, or no bricks have been taken off yet.
You are able to complete, like, as Shadow has pulled off of you, you are able to continue if you want to remove the brick that you're pulling.
I would like to ask permission first. I would say something in terms of, do you wish for me to continue, or do you wish to stay? If you want this to be your own journey, I can leave. But if you would like some help, I would like to assist.
I'm not strong enough to move the bricks. I want to be free. Please. And the voice is, that's clearly what they want, and they're clearly entirely terrified of the idea.
Yes. I'm going to continue taking bricks out.
Okay. You continue taking bricks out, and as you do, you pull, as this full second brick comes off, suddenly you feel heat behind you. And turning and looking, you see that the furnace is burning hotter. Back outside, Mykolas, and actually, because you took the shortcut, Rafael, you make your way down the shortcut, and you arrive at the docks. Turning around, you can see the shadows are almost to the boat, and though you will get there first, and you can see Mykolas and Umberto coming down behind them.
So this is about to suck. Are the 4 things moving as one particular entity?
No, they're clearly moving. They are choosing their steps according to their own thing. They're moving as a group, but not as one creature.
Okay, cool. So they're just moving as a group. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I don't think this will work. Never mind. Well, he is going to grab his holy symbol off from around his neck, wrap it around his hand, hold it up, and he is going to pray and hope that that is going to be enough. If it's not, I don't know how to really, if this is really going to work.
Tell me about the prayer you pray. Like, are you just babbling whatever memorized prayers you have? Who are you
No.
praying to, and what are you asking for?
He is calling out to the prophet of like calling on the prophets as a whole and their first, second, third.
Typically, like Catholic churches, when you're doing supplication to the saints, the prophets are not a hive mind. They have their own goals. They have their own what they're good at. Which one in particular are you praying to? The first, the second, or the third? Because this is supplication. So this isn't, you're not venerating them as a whole. You are asking for something specific. So to which prophet are you sending this request?
The third.
Praying to the third. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Do you have any advantages or abilities that you have in mind triggering with this, or is this you?
So the thing that I want to try is possibly using Disarming Smile, and it says spend a hero point to stop a character from drawing a weapon, starting a fight, or resorting to violence. This does not prevent self-defense. But also, but you said they are moving as not one creature.
Yeah.
Is there a way I could possibly discern who would be the creature?
Not really. Like I said, they're not.
Okay, that's fair.
They're moving together, but they're moving as a group.
Okay.
So yeah, Disarming Smile might stop one of them from attacking, but then you'd still have the other three. So if you're going the power of prayer,
yeah.
To who? So you're praying to the third, and what specifically are you asking for?
Because the third was about sometimes needing to draw the sword to protect what is important to you. And because this has a slight, these people are considered part of the flock, as it were. He is pulling the shepherd point of drawing the stick or drawing the sword and is fighting the forces of the dark and trying to hold them back in any way he possibly can.
Fascinating. Okay. First up, give me a hero point.
Okay, that's fine.
This is definitely not a clear risk or anything about that. This is tough for you. The third prophet, in your experience, has always been the Inquisition's territory. They are the ones, they have monopolized his scholarship, but you did study him. And so you call upon him. Give me your panache and convince as you call upon.
Okay. I am going to, because I don't have a 3 on that, but that's fine. That's still not bad. You said 15, right? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3.
3. You start praying, and inspired by the song, which is a song of the third prophet and the repelling of... Actually, no, it is... Originally of the first, reclaimed by the third.
Mm-hmm.
As you are praying this, I'm going to give you a couple of dramatic wounds because this is mentally difficult for you. This is the song of your oppressor. As you start singing, and as you open your voice and start the singing, the song, the prayer, again, it is as if there's a trio within you. 3 distinct voices singing. One, you identified that is your voice.
Mm-hmm.
But there is another much more tenor voice and another much more bass voice. And they're harmonizing with you. A third up and a third down. As this music goes out and the shadows pause. As they're trying to figure out what this is. You don't know that they're being actually repelled.
Mm-hmm.
But they're definitely thinking about what they're seeing. Umberto and Mykolas, this pause has given you the ability to catch up to them. And you, as you are coming down, you both see Raphael faintly glowing, visible even through the storm. And these 4 shadows don't immediately want to mess with that.
I mean, he's the Vaticine fourth prophet. Of course he's going.
I'm at my 3rd dramatic wound. I hope you know that.
So I'm going to try something. As I come running up onto them, and I've got them in front of me, Mykolas is going to address them.
Okay.
He's going to say, I am Mykolas, name caller. I have come here. You will yield to me now. And I'm going to try and intimidate them into obeying.
All right. Panache and intimidation.
Can I make a argument for resolve?
No, this is you. You're coming from behind. They're a bit focused on them. This is a bit of showmanship here.
Okay. I will put some.
This is communicate well.
I get flair.
You do get flair.
And I'm going to put 3 of those 4 dice I've got into this.
Make me better at the thing. Make me better at the thing. Make me better at the thing.
That is. So I got 3 10s.
Whoa!
If I count those separate, I get 4.
Yep, because 10s are automatic raises even when I've taken the difficulty up. With 4, you speak, and the shadows spin to look at you, and they've got this look of being caught between a rock and a hard place. I'm spending a villain point.
Of course you are.
Oh no.
Yes. Yes. Rona's voice from inside your head, and lightning starts striking around as you stand there, and the forces turn around. Name call. Name holder. Name caller. Traitor. 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 But they're not moving. They are visibly terrified. Umberto. Raphael's glowing. Mykolas is apparently calling lightning. How's Umberto doing?
Umberto's running down. He sees Raphael glowing. Well, that's new. And sees the lightning coming and watching Mykolas just have his way with these shadows. That, however, is not. I don't know why. Anyway, and he is just going to. Okay, I think Mykolas has got this, but just in case, he's going to go down towards Raphael.
Okay, so the shadows are on the path between you and them. That said, linear travel isn't always what you have to do.
he is going to try to parkour his way around them.
Okay.
Parkour.
So you were jumping on the rocks. This is very dangerous. You're good at it though. Finesse and athletics. Difficulty is already up, so that'll count. You need 2 successes to stick this landing, and there are 5 risks of wounds. This is tricky parkour in the ice level. From all the freezing rain and snow and everything that's all around you. And also the wind blowing up. And also there's lightning bolts. And also...
We're all about
2. All right.
Just
So you succeed. You take all 5 of the wounds, however. So that is certainly a dramatic. You land, you sprain your ankle. Ow. As you crunch, and you are now closer to Raphael on the other side from where the 4 shadows. So you see 2 of them are facing Raphael. 2 of them are looking up at Mykolas, and it's clear between the 2 of them. Like, they all look at Mykolas. They all look at Raphael. They all look at Mykolas. They look at Raphael. They are more scared of Mykolas than they are of you. And they start charging down the hill. Lenora.
Okay. So I've been tearing down some of these bricks. It's been getting a little hot in here. I'm gonna keep my clothes on. Thank you very much. But I want to say that Leonora is still unsure if this is the best idea. So what she's been doing is with every brick that she brings down, she is placing as like, she's freeing up the space to leave, but she's building a wall between the exit and the furnace.
Okay. You're not going to be able to completely wall off the way.
No. I'm not planning to wall off.
Yeah.
Just more of a barrier because Leonora sees that if they are 2 parts of a whole, if one completely consumes the other, then there's not going to be anything left. At least that's what she's thinking. So she's just kind of putting up walls, a wall to kind of keep shadow in shadow, we'll say. And as she's cleared a doorway, or if she's gotten the chance to get all the way down to the floor, how's Shadow feeling?
Shadow, as you clear up enough space, Shadow steps through. And at first, body shape, size, and everything, very similar to Maeve. Not like a reflection of her, but Maeve-sized. Glancing over your shoulder, you see a full fire entity, similarly sized, step out. At this point, Guardian recognizes what you're doing. What are you? Foolish girl, you do not know what you're doing.
She is going to completely ignore this Guardian. And she is going to look at the 2 entities that are kind of divided by this wall that she's kind of built. And she's going to pull out her arcana. And she's going to purposefully pull out 2 cards.
Okay. What cards is she pulling from your deck?
She is pulling the Sun and the Moonless Night.
Okay.
And she puts the rest of the deck in her pocket.
Okay.
She's going to put the Moonless Night on top of the Sun. And she's going to kind of outstretch it in between them. And she wishes to give them a name day blessing.
Interesting. Okay. Spend your hero point. As you're assigning Arcana.
Yep. Oh, well, did I assign Arcana when I did that previously?
All right, we'll let you keep the hero point.
Well, okay. Can I say this? I am doing, because at this moment in time, I do not have a hero point.
Okay.
So, could I commit to a dangerous course of action that I believe is destiny and gain a hero point?
100%.
And then I'll use it.
Let's combine these two magical creatures. We don't know what happens when we combine
It'll
them.
be fine. It'll be fun. Let's have a good time.
All right, yeah. No, hero point arrives, hero point spent.
Correct.
As you are activating your power. I will say, because this is a name day, because you are not altering Arcana, but placing one where there is room for one, I'm not going to make you take a lash for this. You're spending your hero point, but no lash.
Thanks.
Because the lash
DM.
is you manipulating fate. This is you placing it.
Correct, because they don't have any fate assigned to them at the moment.
And so you're placing it. As you place it together, Shadow looks up at you almost expectantly. Shadow, who has said they don't have a name. They were always just Shadow.
Does the other entity kind of look the same? Like, are they almost exactly mirroring each other at this moment?
They are still exactly mirroring each other. Everything Shadow does, the fire entity seems to do.
Okay. I didn't think this hard.
Well, that's fine, because at that point, I need you to make a finesse athletics check.
I would love to. Why? Because I'm getting something thrown at me? It's fine. Athletics 2. Okay. I have to make 15s. Okay. 1. I got 2.
2. So you managed to duck the backhanded blow that Guardian is currently throwing at you. However, the fire trail coming off of him, you don't entirely avoid, as you take another 2 minor wounds. But you did not get hit directly by him as he steps between you and Shadow.
I took my second major wound, so you get 2 dice.
Okay.
Or this villain gets 2 dice, I should say.
Noted.
Cool.
That was you. Instead of having him roll for it, I had you have a risk to evade it. I sometimes prefer doing that with these things. So yeah, you are as you step back, and so because it got you to a dramatic wound, you now have a decent singeing on one of your arms, like a decent amount of a 1st-degree burn on your arm as you fall back. But again, you're used to that kind of pain. When you pay with blood, it's similar. So as you step back, the guy says, "You do not know what you are doing."
Then tell me, or I will just continue.
They are halves of a whole.
And shouldn't they be whole?
They were made this way intentionally. And he goes for another strike.
Damn.
Again, finesse athletics.
Oh, man. Down to 4.
Remember, she can be given hero points, even though you all aren't in the same.
It's fine. I got a 1.
Okay. Again, you managed to avoid the backhand, but this time you take 3 wounds.
Ew.
3 minor wounds from the flame that is around him, and he is burning up and standing. The power taken from a thing divided. That is the power of the lighthouse. Without it, the ships crash and sink and die. And the evasion continues.
Then why do you continue to let those outside try to come or try to advance to the lighthouse? What help are you?
It was not I who summoned them.
Then why aren't you helping if you are the guardian?
When they arrive, then I fight them. But so long as the creatures of blood and salt do what they do, I conserve my power.
All of this because of a little boy.
It is the boy who drives them back.
And what if he weren't able to?
they would arrive, and I would fight them if they found their way down here. But they would be entitled to whatever else they wanted while they rampaged. They are animals. And I cannot waste my energy when they might spend it elsewhere.
She looks at Shadow, and I'm going to call them Furnace for right now.
Mm-hmm.
How are they reacting to what the Guardian's saying?
Shadow is looking. Are you still holding the cards in your hand?
Yeah.
All right. Shadow is just staring at them.
Mhm.
And Furnace is not staring at anything in particular, but continues to be in that mirrored arrangement with Shadow. Furnace is not Shadow is the one that is reacting. Furnace is only mirroring Shadow.
I'm kind of seeing one of them has the brain cell and the other one just does the same thing. Understood. Okay. I am going to use a free action and cry.
Well, while you were using your free action and crying, let's go ahead and jump back down to the beach. Mykolas, you feel that rage. You feel this power beginning to burn all around you as Rona clearly likes what you're doing.
I'm sure she does.
And you watch as the four shadows, clearly in fear of you, begin their charge towards Rafael and Umberto.
I'm going to continue to, like, just by force of will alone, intimidate them into coming back and essentially kneel in front of me.
Okay. So you're going to need to raise the stakes on this. How are you doing that? Like, because clearly just shouting at them hasn't done that. They're afraid. How are you trying to get their attention and try to bring them under your control?
I will brandish the sword.
Okay.
And by my name, by my power, by this blade, you will obey or die.
All right. Will you give me a hero point?
I actually, can I earn a hero point because I am pursuing a course of because I'm no, I was looking at it earlier. Earn a hero point when you seize command during a moment of intense violence or extreme danger.
Yep, this counts. So go ahead. And in fact, it counted from the last one. Yeah, you take that hero point. Do you spend it?
Yeah.
All right. As you hold up the sword, lightning strikes it 3 times. Bam, bam, bam. The shadows do not see that because they have their backs turned. Rafael and Umberto, you watch lightning strike the sword 3 times, and a voice comes from the sword. By your name. What is your name?
Comes with the package, doesn't it? I know that there is some risk in what I'm about to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
When I brought her to heal in the first place, did I have to say my name?
Names were exchanged, yours for hers, in the initial part of the deal. It didn't feel like this, though.
Okay. In that case, he will say, my name is only given to those who serve me.
My service cannot be given without a name. You command by your name, so your name must be given. Or, if you prefer, you could give the name you carry. Name holder.
And I can already hear Rona screaming about that in the back of my head.
Rona is quiet. She is waiting. Not pushing you one way or the other.
This is tough. All right. I will give a name I carry.
Then speak it, name holder.
Adiera.
As you speak the name, the sword bursts into flame. While all of that is going down, the shadows are coming up on Umberto and Rafael. Two are going to reach both of you as they split off and move, and they're clearly making moves as if to attack. What are your how are you approaching this?
Umberto is going to just kind of stand guard in front of or next to Rafael. And if one tries to take any kind of action towards him, he's going to kind of bodyguard him. Get down, Mr. President. Whack.
So one is attacking you and one is attacking Rafael. You're ignoring the one coming at you and trying to protect Rafael?
Yeah.
Because
I'm gonna.
I have an idea. If you want to indulge me, because these two are such bodyguard energy for everything that they do, the one that is attacking Umberto, Rafael will draw the sword and attack. The one that I imagine is attacking Rafael, I imagine that Umberto slips around and just goes to jab, and they just sort of swap off.
Well, this depends, because if Umberto is just trying to get Rafael physically out of danger, then Rafael's not going to get a chance to take a swing at the one going for Umberto.
That's fair.
So.
That's fair. That was just an idea that I had.
Actually, I like that. I like
Okay.
that.
All right, then both of you do either finesse or brawn, depending on how you're carrying out this attack, and weaponry.
Finesse. Weaponry. I get a bonus die, and I get flare. Oh, is this is still 15, correct?
Yep, we're still at 15s. Actually, just to be a little bit more fair with it, I will spend a villain point to maintain because it's been 15 for a while. So I'm paying for it. 3. You'll notice I also have not taken away the dice that is wielding.
I'm like, use it.
Threes from
3.
both of you.
Yes.
Both of you strike out, and as your swords move, you feel as they are hit. Not as if you are hitting flesh and bone, but there's clearly something there that you are cutting. And they both grimace and cradle themselves in ways to indicate that they know they've taken damage, but they are following through on their attacks. Both of you are going to take 2 points, two minor wounds from their attack. And again, it feels like frostbite, but does not leave any visible cold damage on you.
Oh,
does
I
this
just
get
realized
anyone
that
to another dramatic?
Puts me at my second.
Not quite, but the 10 I rolled on the last roll should have exploded.
Oh, it should have?
That's fine. Yeah, because I'm at 3
So-
meter argument.
So
But
as this gets to the second one, Umberto, that hurt. And it hurt inside you. And again, as you scream, suddenly you seem to have 2 other voices coming from within you. And as both of you are there kind of looking to each other like, are you okay? Are you okay? Both of you would see one eye, the right eye, seemingly glowing, like there's a fire inside of it, and the other eye, shadow, motes of shadow swimming in. It's doing nothing to obscure your vision. You had no way to notice that it was happening, but looking at the other, you can see it.
Oh.
Questions for
Anyway,
later.
Mykolas,
Oh crap.
Mykolas, your sword has burst into flame as you give the name of Adair, and the two that had not gotten to those two turn around and stare at it and start drifting towards it like moths to a flame as they are pulled towards the sword, and as they get to it, they kneel in front of it, following your will.
Okay. Holding the sword aloft, he looks at them. You will bring the other two to heel. I am commanding you. I will take your name.
We have no name. Our names were taken. Shattered.
Who possesses your name?
Burnt. Long ago. Fed to the fire.
Then you need a new name.
On that note, that seems like a good time to jump back to Leonora.
I'm still crying as it is a free action. She looks at the Guardian and she looks at Shadow and Furnace. I would like to receive a hero point when your hero is stubborn and refuses to change her mind in the face of evidence.
Legit. Not going to argue with it.
Yep. As
Take your hero point.
As she looks at the Guardian, and she just simply says, if fate will it. She puts the cards together over her head. I name you Ecclesi. And she is going to...
So you're naming... So this is going to be another... This is the hero point you just earned to put... And
if the other hero point didn't count because I got wrecked, but yeah.
No, that magic is just waiting to be finished. It has been initiated. So
okay. Then
they're just waiting for the name for you to finish your... This is going to be a lash.
Yep.
You give the Guardian a name.
His name is Ecclesi, which is eclipse in Italian.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I gave the Guardian a name? No.
So, Guardian, now recently named Ecclesi.
Oh, man.
Dagger's
Shadow.
Wait, I'm sorry. Were you giving the name to Shadow, or were you naming Shadow, or were you naming Guardian?
I was naming Shadow and Furnace as one entity.
Okay. Sorry, that was my misunderstanding. I thought you were reassigning on Guardian. So,
no,
you're doing this to Shadow. Naming Shadow Ecclesi. You watch as a thread of fate leaps from Shadow to Furnace. And you feel as the moon forms over Shadow and the sun forms over Furnace. And you watch as energy resonates between the two. It is hot. It is powerful. They are, in the eyes of fate, one creature, but separated with two separate fates. And as the energy flies back and forth along this line so fast, it's like the thread of fate can't take it. And you watch as that thread starts to turn black.
Oh, great. We love it. Yeah, I think Lenora has like mind enough that this is not of her, you know, not to her pay grade. So like by the time that it has been like going back and forth, she's running up the stairs.
Okay, she starts running away. Okay. You are going up the stairs and you hear Guardian, you see gouts of flame as Guardian seems to be attacking something and turning. You can't help but look around behind you as Shadow and Furnace, Ecclesi step forward. Shadow says, Ecclesi. And for the first time from Furnace, you hear Ecclesi. And they step forward and hold out their hands. And right as Guardian comes up, attempting to strike at them, a burst of energy shoots out just as you turn the corner around to where you can no longer see. And a heat that is not fire fills the room down below as you get up and slam the door behind you. Down at the boat. Rafael and Umberto, you see this. And the shadows that are attacking turn around you, and they also see what is happening. And they look around back to you. The traitor again.
I don't know. I don't know how I would do this again, but Raphael wants to try for like a last surge of energy to sort of convince them to kneel before Mykolas. And is just like is gonna end up screaming yield at the top of his lungs and is just gonna brandish his holy symbol again.
Panache and intimidate.
I get flair for this. Okay.
What is your total
fine.
dice pool? What is your total dice pool?
4.
I'm going to give you 2 more dice for this pool.
Okay.
But I'm going to split it into 3.
Okay.
3 pools of 2 rather than 1 pool of 6.
Okay. 1, 2. Yeah, no, that's it. I got 2.
Okay. Your voices, because you are speaking as a chorus at the moment, well, a trio, give the command. 2 of them are strong and convincing. 1 is not. But it's enough. But as it happens, you suddenly fall into a fit of coughing. These vocal cords weren't meant to hold 3 voices at once, and it's painful. You're going to take another 2 minor wounds.
Oh
Are you still
no. Barely. I am
Okay.
one hit away from going down.
While that is happening, Umberto, how about you? What are you up to?
Is he going to notice that happening to Raphael?
Yeah, it's going to be hard to miss.
Yeah.
And as Raphael is shouting, you are going to watch as you start to see like after images, one shadowy, one bright, starting to split off of Raphael. One seems to be made of shadow. One in the glow, you can see elements of flame.
I do not know what's going on, but okay. He is going to The other shadows, they're not coming at us.
So yeah, 2 of them are kneeling before Mykolas, and the other 2 are have been, well, whatever they're about to be, they're about to be it, but you don't have that to react to just yet.
Yeah. He's just going to see that and then just put himself in front of Raphael to try to stave off both of these other shadows, depending on what they do. I'm going to use my Bravo quirk and put myself in danger to protect the person who's...
Wow, you're doing it without Leonora's help this time. Way to go! This is great.
Exactly.
Go,
I'm using the right one.
Let's see.
Oh, come back.
They are too distracted to be swinging, and so as the others call, they are staring at you, but they step away from Raphael and Umberto and approach Mykolas. The look, as you are looking at them, suddenly they are not just shadow in what you're looking at. You see Devi-like creatures. There are definitely the similarities, but not precisely like Rona. Similar. Maybe cut, like, it's like you're not related, but maybe you are, that kind of thing. They look similar. Some things are wrong. They're kind of uncanny valley Devi, I guess is the way I'd put it. And as they kneel before you, there is fear, but also hatred. And a hatred that you have not felt since facing Vivara. Their hatred is towards you. Their hatred feels personal. But they're too scared to act on it in the moment.
Okay. Mykolas will step a little closer to them.
They recoil. They're kneeling, so they haven't actually left their position, but they're all backing off.
You have done enough here. You will obey.
At this moment, there is a bright light behind you. Would Mykolas take his eyes off them to look?
For the briefest of seconds.
You glance back and the golden tower looks like a torch burning. Umberto and Raphael, but in your brief glance, Umberto and Raphael, you are looking long enough to see it is not on fire, but it is glowing brightly like a beacon, sending a golden light straight up into the sky, and each window has light shining out of it.
I really hope that's a good thing.
Go ahead. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said I really hope that's a good thing.
Oh, one can hope the family is still in there.
And
the shadows, seeing it, almost as one, tilt their heads to the side. Two halves of a whole. And they stand and they start walking towards the tower like entranced.
Oh, no.
Suddenly unaware, they walk around Mykolas if he permits them. They don't try to walk through him. They don't swing at him.
He permits it. Like, the whole point of him doing the whole you'll do what I say is he didn't want to have to destroy them because he figured that would be bad in the long run.
Mhm.
So he's going to walk with them up the hill.
Ooh.
Rafael and Umberto, you see Mykolas starting to go up the hillside. From behind, you hear a and Umberto glancing around. You see a musket long arm sticking over the side of the boat, and behind it you see Colin, like shaking. The fuck was that? The fuck did you were and you were the fuck's going on?
Colin, I'm gonna
You
need
guys missed a
you.
hell of a party.
That we're and Raphael's just like gonna like clear his throat and spit blood off to one side. Because
Yeah,
three voices.
Mm-hmm. And as you do it, spit and some blood comes from your mouth. A spark comes from the glowing emblem of you, and some shadow comes from the other. Inside mirrors of you.
You know what?
That's nothing.
Because Raphael has had it up to his eyeballs with demons fucking with him and fucking with his people. Is this like wants to say something to the effect of, I am a child of the prophet, you will leave me.
You say it and they say it with you in perfect lockstep.
Oh, I hate it. Hate it here. Hate it here. Don't like it. Get it away.
Oh,
Get
and
it
when
away.
Umberto answers, you also have the three voices from 1/3 effect. Colin slowly moves the musket to like is like, maybe you should spend the night elsewhere tonight. I'm just saying, I don't know what's happening, but your eyes are fucking strange.
Umberto doesn't say a word. He just kind of, and he just points back towards the lighthouse and just starts walking, starts limping.
Yeah, Raphael will just like jog as much as he can, and it looks pathetic. Because this man is one wound away from literally passing the hell out.
Yeah,
So.
Umberto, once he starts to walk away, he sees how bad Raphael is, and then he stops and he just kind of goes back, puts an arm over it.
Meanwhile,
just like
up in the tower, in the lighthouse, Leonora, there is light everywhere, and it is blinding in its intensity. What does Leonora do in the middle of that? And suddenly everything is glowing way too bright.
I mean, I'm going to try to, touch my way up the stairs to the family floor, because my first thought is like protect the family. So I'm gonna I'm sure that Rowan's like, what the hell? And
your way is you're going is slow.
Well, yeah.
As you go, suddenly, as the light finally dims and you're able to see again in a now immaculately clean tower, as if all of the dirt and grime had been burnt off of it.
No.
You're looking around and you hear the unmistakable sounds of battle coming from down below. You hear gouts of flame that are burning, and something else that you are having trouble identifying. And you hear a voice similar to Shadow's, but like with parts of the register back, like as if you'd heard a voice only through like a really crappy microphone and then heard the voice in person, calling out for help.
Downstairs
from the furnace.
From the furnace? Oh wait, because there's a whole bunch of
Coming
fireplaces,
from the tavern
right?
of the there's a whole bunch of fireplaces, but coming from the basement where the big furnace is.
I'm going to one of the fireplaces.
Okay, you were up on kind of the living floor, so you go to the The fireplace is still burning, but it is flickering weird.
Okay.
Like,
can I
it is
read the
not-
fireplace?
you cannot read the fireplace.
Can I read below the fireplace?
You can't see the thing to
God
read it.
damn it. There's too much heat. Ah!
I have been very generous with that power, but
I know,
no,
I know,
you
I don't want to abuse it, but it's so cool. Okay.
Suddenly you hear another voice. Small, but strong. And coming from upstairs. Shadow, I'm coming!
No, Maeve.
And with that, we
Maeve.
are going to take a quick break. Here's some other stuff that is going to be playing on our channel, and we will see you all soon. From behind one of the chests in the room, Newt sticks her head out. No one's given me my own room yet, sorry.
You know who's going to look out for you now? The 5 of us, including lovely Miss Verity over there. And her soon-to-be boyfriend, Demetrius, but they won't tell each other.
She kind of looks over at Verity and tilts her head thinking about Demetrius. He's nice.
See? He's nice. Go ahead. Tell the kid that he's not nice. Do it, Mel. Do it.
Struggle's real. He's nice.
I want you to remember, Mouse. You were the one who looked at me. We're keeping Newt. And welcome back. Leonora, you hear Maeve's very excited voice. Well, not excited, determined voice. She has heard her friend, she thinks, cry out for help and is dashing down the stairs towards you.
I'm going to kind of say in whispered but stern tones, whoa, 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 whoa. Where do you think you're going?
Shadow needs my help. Shadow was calling for help. They're still calling for help.
I know. It is okay. Shadow needs a few more minutes. Shadow is becoming one, but it is too dangerous for you to go down there.
Well, you have to go then.
I will. I need to make sure that you are safe, and I need you to make sure that your family is safe.
What do I do?
I need you to go upstairs and go to Rowan. I'm sure she's asleep in your bed. You need to wake her up and say that your family is in danger.
Rowan jumped up and hit her head and is unconscious.
Oh, all right. Do you have any late fish? Like spoiled fish.
Like they do, like they don't show up on time. I think there might be some in the trash.
I need you to find some, and then I need you to put it under Rowan's nose.
That actually sounds fun. Okay.
Perfect.
Over to
Good.
She briefly distracted. ADHD child goes off.
Excellent. All right. I try to close every door that leads down to Shadow.
Okay.
And
so the main way down is actually the spiral staircase, and there are no doors on that. So
cool. As she's doing that, I did tell her that I was gonna make sure everyone else is okay. I'm gonna run upstairs to the top and check on Soren.
Soren is blinking hard, trying to deal with the very bright light that just coursed through, but he seems unharmed. You start to hear the voices of Samson and Erica in their room. What was that? I don't know. It was it was a really bright light. It's gone now, though.
Are they down in their room, or are they
They're in their
coming
bedroom.
up the stairs?
They're in their bedroom.
Okay. Do I notice anything about the figures outside? Are they still being repelled by Soren's playing, or are they continuing forward?
You look, and they are still being held at bay by Soren's playing. But it's like they are walking into the wall. Like, you ever see a bumblebee that's trying to fly around and it's like trying to get through a glass window and it just like bounces? Yeah, it's that feel. Like they're being repelled by the barrier and do not notice it and are just single-mindedly walking towards the tower.
I'm going to put my hand on the boy's shoulder and say, are you all right? Have you noticed any difference?
The whole tower was glowing. My room seems cleaner.
All right, good. So you saw it
cleaner.
Too.
Okay.
Can
and
you
actually,
walk?
You glance down?
Yeah.
Your clothes are immaculately clean.
Excellent. Mwah, dry cleaning service. We got this. She is going to ask, can you walk and play?
I've always needed to play at the window to keep them at bay.
And you cannot move?
I can move, but if I go too far away from the window, they might not hear the song and get closer.
Okay.
And then I can't see what they're doing.
From my observations, how many windows are there, like accessible windows from the staircase?
So on this floor, this is the only one, but his room is kind of the whole floor. Down below, there is none from the staircase because the different quadrants are broken into the family rooms. And then below that, there are like three or four window outlooking windows from the main family level.
Okay. She's going to put two hands on his shoulders, like trying to not prohibit him from playing, but just to make him understand. I need you to trust me for 10 seconds as we get to the main floor.
Okay, we should have that long. We're going down to the main floor.
Because there's only 1, 2, 3 basement.
Yeah. So yeah, his room, family room, common room, entranceway, basement.
Okay, so we're going common room, common area.
Okay.
Is there an exit, a different exit out other than the front door? Like a fire escape or something. What is a medieval version of a fire escape or a 1700s windows?
Yeah.
Great.
It's like Maeve kept talking that she maybe knew a way out from the basement, but
no, we're not going to the basement.
Okay. And he's ready to follow you.
Yep. So we're going to go. I'm going to push him in front of me and tell him to go to the common room and find the closest window.
He goes there. It's a little bit of time away. And from the moment he starts playing, the shadows have crossed probably about 10 feet in that just sort of hypnotized approach that they've been making. He gets to the window, starts playing again. And the shadows start getting pushed back again. And you hear from upstairs, Soren, why are you playing downstairs? Just playing for Miss Leonora, Mom. You really should have gone to sleep, honey. I know she just really likes the song. And he's looking at you like, what do I say? What do I do?
I was in my intention was to bring Samson and Erica down to the common area as well.
All right, so yeah, they're walking down. Your friend is unconscious. And
is there fish on her nose?
Maeve yells, "I'm on it!" and runs up the stairs. She said, "Why do you have old fish?"
All right. I need you all to be in the common room, and I need you to listen to Soren's song, please. It is very urgent.
Samson is like, "What is going on?" And then he glances out the window. What the hell is that? Dad, I will explain everything probably by sunrise, but for now, just listen to her.
I need you all to listen. This is not your son's fault. There was evil on this lighthouse before you all got here. We are doing everything that we can to expel it, but we need to make sure you all are as safe as possible.
Should I bring her down? She's really heavy. Maeve from upstairs.
Yes, please try.
Noted.
To keep her as occupied as possible.
Okay.
Now you all stay up here. I will be right back. Please trust us.
For now, they're listening as Soren starts giving them the footnotes version of what all, from his perspective, has been happening. As you do what?
I'm going to go down to the ground level and we're going to see if there's been any progress. Like, I'm not going to go downstairs or open the door, but I'm going to kind of listen in to see if there was any progress.
You are hearing repeated and increasingly urgent calls from help from the voice you recognize as Ecclesi.
Screw it. We're gonna open the door and go downstairs.
With that, we're gonna go to the others. Mykolas, you, Umberto, and Rafael are making your way up the hill. And as you're walking, you notice as Rafael has started sort of leading the way in their movement, mostly with Umberto trying to hold them up and stuff like that as we move forward. And as Rafael's feet are stepping on the path, that flaming visage of them is melting the ice with each step. You, Rafael, do not feel any heat. Umberto, you're holding from the shadow side, and it feels cooler than the air around it, but it's not a big distinction because you're in the middle of an ice storm. And Mykolas, you now can clearly see Rafael with these two ghostly images that are almost fully separated from his body, and you have spotted the shadow and the flame in Umberto's eyes.
Okay. You know what? There's only so much I can actually do anything about at any given point.
Also, your sword is still on fire.
Yep. I'm just headed up the hill to go see what happened up the hill that caused the building to start doing that and is drawing them up like zombies. So that's my goal.
You all start making your way up the hill, and you are walking behind the shadows, the four that were assaulting the boat. And as you're kind of wending your way around, suddenly the music stops. And they move a little bit faster and pick up the pace. Do you all try to pick up the pace and keep up with them?
Yeah.
Okay. Umberto, I'm going to need you to make a brawn and athletics check as you are carrying almost deadweight Raphael up with you. We are back to 10. We are back to 10s. Okay. New scene. We're back to 10s. Also, that last die is gone, Mykolas.
Oh, good.
Two. All right. You are. It's left. There's a couple of things. There's a couple of moments where you get a little bit scalded, is almost the word. As you're around them, gets a little close. So 2 minor wounds as you ascend, but you are able to keep Raphael. There is a moment then when suddenly. So now you are up. You're up to the top of the path, and you see. As the music stops, the whole congregation is moving in. But right around this time, suddenly the song starts again, sounding different. Still there, still potent, but not as distant. And the shadows start backpedaling, and they're moving like a wall towards you all as they're being pushed by the, again, extending barrier. How do you all navigate the fact that these things that are painful to touch are moving towards you?
I'm walking with the blade in front of me.
All right. So like out like in a stabbing position, like none of those hand gestures appeared on camera. Like sword stabbed out in front of you, holding it like a barrier.
More like a barrier.
Okay. Umberto and Rafael.
Umberto's gonna throw Rafael over them. No. Just gonna judo flip.
I mean,
right
if you
over.
do,
No.
just like. God. So. Oh goodness. Hold on. So, quick question is: can we argue for adrenaline's sake and say that Raphael's gonna sort of half stumble back and sort of limp, like the limp run that most people do in the final girl in the horror movie, that limp run as the person behind them is just steadily chasing them.
Are you limp running backwards so that the line of shadows is not getting to you? Or are you trying to limp run through them? Which direction are you limp running?
Oh, so they're in front of us.
Yeah. They're between you and the
tower. Okay. Oh no. Well,
and the circle
hold on.
is now
That totally changes things.
and
I
then the
thought they were
circle is
behind
now
us.
complete because the 4 have rejoined it.
Oh, I hate all of this.
Rafael,
Yeah.
this is gonna suck, but I
Well-
can get us there in no time. And he's going to nick his thumb, use both my hero points, and I'm going to port us to Leonora.
Oh
Right,
shit!
so
Oh shit!
you are porting Umberto and Rafael to Leonora.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh shit!
So that puts me at my 3rd dramatic.
Okay. This spends one of your marks on the chess piece. And again, most of the time, this is instantaneous.
Oh god!
But you have a second as you are stepping and you see the echoes on either side of Raphael. And as you look down, you start to see it in your own hand too, as separation is starting to form. And on the outside of both of you, 2 additional echoes, like echoes of echoes, made of the blood of the in-between.
Oh,
And then,
I hate.
and then blink and you miss it. Lenora, suddenly, pop, there's Umberto and Raphael as you're starting to walk down the stairs.
Oh my gods!
Real quick, before we get entirely away, Mykolas, as you approach, they completely not looking at you, back up, and one of them is going to run into your sword if you continue holding out where you at. Do you permit them to do that?
I mean, it's better than having them run into me.
Okay. You watch as this figure bursts into flame as they touch the sword and starts screaming in obvious agony. Do you push it all the way through? You can feel the resistance, like there's pressure on it.
No, I'm going to try and dodge around him once I realize that he's not going to get out of the way at that point.
Yeah.
So,
finesse and athletics.
It's a new scene. I can use flare.
Yep. Flare is reset. You see, you could have thrown Raphael. It would have been fine.
Would have been fantastic.
No, I can't think of a single thing that could go wrong with throwing the 1 minor wound away.
Okay. And it's athletics, so I get to reroll 1 of these. So, oh, that's nice. All right. So 4.
4. You are through. You managed to avoid touching any of them. It's a little bit of, right foot in, right foot out, do the hokey pokey, do some limbo, but you managed to maneuver your way through. You do not take any wounds. as you are able to kind of slide through them all. And now, as they are being pushed further back, you are within the barrier and have a clear path towards the tower. I assume you just take it, or is there anything else you're doing out here?
No, I head in.
Okay. We will catch you up in a bit. Umberto and Rafael, there you are with Leonora. Leonora a little bit like, oh my God. And suddenly they both pop out.
Yeah,
There's truly no warning with you all, is there?
none at all. None at all. He just sort of clears his throat.
I did something probably terrible, but we'll see what happens. Umberto, do you remember the shadow and the fiery hand?
Yes.
I may have put them together.
You did what?
It is a lot to explain, more for you to see. Let's go, for they are beckoning Maeve.
Yeah, fun.
Unless
just
Father, you wish to go wake up your beloved. She is probably being thrown down the stairs by a toddler.
If that toddler can physically move her, she'll have earned it. And I think Rowan would be proud of her. So I'm going to let her have that. And then he's going to sort of stumble past Leonora and is just determinedly moving forward to get downstairs to the basement.
To be fair, at that moment, upstairs, you all hear a...
Oh, no.
Incredible.
She's never going to have a problem with a man in her life.
So, as you all come downstairs, you see a figure. Again, similar to the images of Divide, but not quite right. Little details are wrong. Many of the Divide have elaborately worked almost scars in their skin and stuff like that. The general shape, the general size is correct. But this creature, completely naked, tall, drawn out, long white hair, except it is showing numerous burns and bruises and cuts as is moving, as the Flame Guardian is just hurling firebolt after firebolt after them. And they are doing something magical, trying to bat the flame away. But it is clear they are disoriented and they're having trouble. They are very much on the defense. For Guardian's part, there are places where you see patches where the flames are cooler, partially extinguished, and it's not entirely corporeal as it is continuing up its attacks. It has taken hits, but right now it is fully on the offensive. And Ecclesia is being driven back.
Can I read the two?
Guardian is unchanged. Ecclesia has the Arcana that you gave
Lovely.
them. And you are starting to see other links forming. Some going into the furnace, some going out.
From Ecclesi?
Yeah, from Ecclesi.
Okay.
Out and up.
Great. The Guardian is repressing Ecclesi over here. Yes, and we need to make it stop.
I could... Best I can do, I would have to get close to it enough to touch it.
It's up to you. I will not push you in, Father.
I didn't think you were. It's just a matter of the only good I think I can do here is...
Umberto, you've seen fights go bad. You've seen when the young kid who was in to defend a sister's honor or something like that went up against the hardened goons of the Felici family. You know when someone's about to get put down. And you have the impression that if you don't intervene, if someone doesn't intervene now, this new creature will die.
We need. I barely held on with those things out there. I don't know how good I'm going to do against a literal walking torch.
Leonora does the first thing that comes to mind, and she is going to basically open her mind's eye to the weave, and she wants to. I'm going to spend a hero point and take yet another lash. God damn. And I want to switch the Guardian's Arcana.
Okay.
In place
Didn't
of
you gain access to tug too?
to pull, yeah.
To pull, yeah. Anyway, just reminding. Go ahead.
I
So
mean,
you want to switch up the Arcana?
but
You
all
wanna
I have
switch
is
up
minor
the-
pull, and it really doesn't do what I want it to do.
Okay.
Well, now I have to look. Okay, I'm gonna do what I originally planned. So yeah, I'm going to cast Major Arcana, and I want to replace Eclipse with the Moonless Night.
Okay. 1 second while I pull out what this will do to it. Okay. You switch to Moonless Night. Is there any physical contact required for that?
No.
Okay. You manipulate the magic, and for a second, the Guardian falls back, and its hand goes up like, "What is this?" And he turns and looks back at Leonora and goes, "Meddling witch," and makes a move to hurl something at you. It's telegraphed enough that you all have an opportunity to try to do something about this. What am I hearing? Raphael, what are you doing?
I would like to stand in the way, and because I can't leave well enough alone, I'm going to take the blow and earn a hero point.
All right. So Raphael is moving to get in the way. You get the hero point because you're doing the thing, regardless of where that follows through. Umberto, what is your reaction as you see it about to hurl something at Lenora?
He is going to get down Mr. President her now.
Okay. You start tackling. You move to tackle Lenora. Lenora, what are you doing before you get tackled?
I mean, I was just gonna try to dodge.
So this will be interesting.
No.
I want you both to give me finesse athletics. No. Yeah. No. So Lenora, give me finesse athletics, and Lakar, give me finesse brawl. She doesn't know she's dodging you, but she might be dodging you.
I got 2.
All right, I'm going to give this one because Lenora is not looking at Umberto. I'm going to give Umberto the advantage between the two of them, and Umberto is able to pull. There's a little bit of a knock between the two of them. I'm going to give you a minor wound to each from the collision, but Umberto manages to get Lenora down, and the fire is going to hit Father Raphael, who collapses as his death spiral has been filled.
Holy shit.
And is now helpless. Around this time, Mykolas, you come down. Yeah, this is a good dramatic moment. You walk in just in time as you see the good father get hit full on by a blast of flame and collapse.
Mykolas is a veteran soldier who knows that hesitation gets people killed. So he is diving through that door to face whatever just through that.
As you go forward and you see Guardian, and he stands as like, not even one. The name bearers. Such a disappointment.
Mykolas will advance down at him.
To be fair, he also sees behind the badly beaten, burned, looks a lot like a Devi in physical form.
Yep. He's going to actually just dive at the Guardian. Because he has a pretty clear idea of who just threw that fire at his friends. And he's diving down with the sword. It's like, well, let me disappoint you some more.
All right, go ahead and give me your. This sounds pretty raw, so let's get your brawn and weaponry as you come in for this attack. And he is going to attempt to defend himself.
And I get flair.
You do. Oh, wait, hang on. Total wound count. How many of you are at 2 wounds or higher? So he adds six dice to his dice pool for this roll.
Okay. Can we not count Raphael because he's out of the fight?
No, he's definitely counting.
See, by the way, give me hero
hero.
points.
I'll give you a hero point. I have 2 right now. Go ahead and make a hero point. I'm not using them.
That sounds good to me. Because right now seems like a good time to have that.
It's fine.
Oh.
How many raises for you?
Hold on. Let me re-roll one because I get this is the one I have 3 in.
Right. I didn't even have the.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah,
He
5.
got 7.
Okay.
He rolled a ton of dice. So we're gonna do this in dual style, just as far as initiative goes. He gets basically 2 free swings at you as he is coming in. You are going to take, let's see, with his strength, you are going to take a total of 6 minor wounds as he is flurrying at you with these blows.
Okay, I now have my first dramatic wound.
Next roll you will add. You see, when Mykolas isn't taking wounds, this is what happens. This is why Mykolas takes wounds.
Yeah, he is. All
Okay.
right.
It is now your turn. You have an attack that you can make.
Okay. I'm going to try and just slash across him.
All right. Your weaponry score is what?
3.
All right. So you do 3 minors to him, and after the there is.
Does the weirdness of this sword make a difference?
Plus the weirdness. So you are doing the 3. The sword is doing, and you named it Adair. As your sword cuts in, the flame. Actually, no. I'm going to spend 2 villain points. And Rona says, let the failures be dealt with the way they should have been to begin. And the Guardian starts screaming as the fire is being ripped off of him and out of him, and is flowing into your sword. You pull it away, and he stumbles back. He's not down, but he is He's clearly hurt and mostly extinguished. And where there isn't fire, there's just this emptiness. It isn't even shadow. It's like something transparent is hovering there. No. I served well. Obviously not, says Rona. But you're the one who wields the sword.
You made the mistake of striking people I care about. Time for you to end.
All right. Mykolas, you strike again. And the last of the flame extinguishes. And you watch as the figure collapses down to the floor. The scream is barely even there, almost like an echo of an echo. And it starts slowly crawling, clearly trying to get to the furnace. In time, it can reignite him, Rona says. Finish it.
Mykolas is going to turn and look at the figure that he was fighting.
You look over at Ecclesia, who is starting to stand back up. Was going to get actions eventually, but we're not there yet.
Do you have a name?
Ecclesia.
Hello, Ecclesia. I am name caller. Are you giving me your name?
He shakes his head. They shake their head. I am not one of them. They took a different path.
What do you want with this one? Do you seek his destruction or do you have mercy?
They look curiously at the figure. He was a tool built for a purpose, like us. But he took glory from it. And as you're looking, Mykolas, you realize that unlike Ecclesia, unlike Rona, nothing about this figure reminds you of Devi. They look and are sized human. There is mercy to be had if we drop the barrier. And they step forward and crouch down and put their hands under and pick this transparent thing up and hold it in their hands. Allow me to show you, if I may.
He'll nod.
And it starts walking towards the steps in the basement, heading up.
Mykolas will follow.
Rafael has been knocked the F out. What are Umberto and Leonora doing?
Lenora's been smushed, so she's gonna try to.
You're
like,
currently in a very aggressive hug.
I love you, Kojina.
Hey, I love you too. Now get off me.
Umberto's going to stand up. Are you okay?
I think so. We need to get to the father, though. He looks in bad condition.
Yes, look, badly burned, badly beaten.
Listen here, you little shit. Let me tell my story.
And also, yeah, as you look at the father, You see Raphael, very pale, and standing on either side of that pale form is a shadowy form and a fiery form, looking down at the body like they're curious about it.
I think Leonora is going to walk over on like the shadowy side, and she's going to not make eye contact, but is going to address the father. Or like look at the father, but address the two and saying, "This one is not for you this day."
Both of them look up and look at you. Leonora. We are they.
Ecclesi? Oh, my prophets.
I am Raphael, says the shadow. I am Rodriguez, says the fire. Two halves of a whole.
Okay. Oh, well. How best to put you back together then?
We do not understand the magic. Let us see what the one who does is doing. And they both look up after where Ecclesi is going.
Yep. Umberto, I need you to take Raphael's side, and we need to go upstairs presently.
See.
Umberto is so over everything. As you all are going upstairs, Ecclesi is walking around, and you hear a yell from up the stairs. Mykolas, who is there with them. I got her down. I had all my toy cars, so I got them under her, and I was able to roll her to the stairs. She's still unconscious, though. She hit the floor really hard.
Oh,
Poor Rowan.
Took's going to kill us.
He's going to kill us all.
And Ecclesi pauses and looks up and opens their mouth as if to call, but then thinks better of it and walks to the door. And as they walk to the door, they look up, and Mykolas, you see their eyes flash, and the doors open on their own. And Ecclesi walks through, still holding. And as they get out into the storm, you watch as snow and freezing rain starts to accumulate. The figure being held translucent is still there and is still stopping the stuff is there. But also you notice that it's starting to settle in. And Ecclesi kind of scans around now, Leonora, Umberto. Real quick, Umberto. I need you to make a brawn in athletics. You are very beaten up. You are very tired, and you are carrying the twink, though he may be, the fully athletic Father Rafael Rodriguez. So, I also hate that every time I try to call him a twink in the comments on Twitch, they always flag the comment. What are we?
Oh my god. Please don't drop me.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I'll be okay. 4.
4. Yeah, you're fine. You even managed not to bang Raphael's head on things as you maneuver him through.
I was trying really hard.
And you did a great job. And you all follow out. And you see as Ecclesi looks around and then finds the one singular shadow that, unlike the others, does not have the proportions of a Devi, but has the proportions of a human. And walking towards them, they pass through the barrier unaffected. And the human shadow tilts its head and reaches out and touches what was once the guardian. And suddenly there, in Ecclesi's arms, is a very, very, very old man. Ancient appearing. Mykolas then turns to Mykolas. He will not survive long. He has been stretched in a way your species was never meant to be. But I will not kill him, nor ask that you do so.
Then I will not do so. I do not give death with no reason.
He nods and looks to the other shadows. Once, long ago, my people had a village on this island. We maintained the lighthouse. And then the war came. Monsters from over the sea, Fae. And the word Fae has hatred dripping off of it. But we fought them. At the command of the Empress, we fought them. And then one day, her counselors arrived and said there was a way we could fight better, maintain the seaways. They shattered us, broke us into 2 halves. The power, magic that we have was used to keep the light lit. Others came for the mundane fuel. But it was our will, our magic, our life force that powered it. The fuel was only ever a catalyst. I know what you fear, word holder. But I am not Devi. I am of the Sierra.
I see.
My people. I was kept and held, so the shadows would be drawn to me. If they drifted too far, we who carried the will, the soul, the fire would go out. Kept near, kept so tantalizingly close. Until one of you, he turns and looks at Leonora, put 2 halves of a whole together.
She likes to heal. One of the things I care very deeply for her about.
He nods and for a second cradles his wounds. When my people vanished, that one came, gesturing to the old man. He was a word caller too, a name holder. But he served his Davai and allowed his own separation and transformation. To maintain the island. At the command, he said, of a king. He turns. I would ask that you convince the boy to drop the barrier and allow my people to be whole once again.
Is there danger for the boy or his family?
If they did so mindlessly, yes. But I will shepherd them. They have followed me this long. I will guide them.
Very well.
He nods. I will await for when the barrier falls.
He'll turn and look at Umberto and Leonora. Are you all right?
We are, yes, but Ecclesi.
And she'll refer to them.
They smile at you.
Baby. And she'll just kind of bring the limp Raphael over. I assume with his shadow and fire following, and say, the magic is too much for me to comprehend more than once. Is there an easy way to make one whole again? I shouldn't say easy. It is never easy to become whole.
In this case, do you remember who you are? He says to the echoes. I'm Rafael. I am Rodriguez. They hold no other names. Lay the body down.
I think we do so.
Steps forward, crouches down, the long arm reaching down from his height, and those long, stretched, seeming fingers touching Raphael's forehead. And Ecclesi says, you know where you go. You know where you belong. Allow me to show you the way. Then the two drift into the prone figure of Raphael. And Raphael gives a but is only one voice. Still unconscious, but now breathing fuller. Ecclesi then turns to Umberto. They hurt you as well.
Yes.
Your blood. He reaches to touch you in the same way that he touched Raphael, but the hand pulls back. You are not whole to be restored.
What do you mean?
You're a bloodwalker.
Yes.
You've been over the sea of blood. You left a part of you behind. I do not have the magic to restore you as you are. You will not. You will continue bifurcating. It will be a long process. The magic that could restore you did never belong to my people. You will need the aid of a fae. I apologize.
The story of my life.
He looks again to you all. I can't. Dawn comes soon. And at dawn they will vanish.
Then we must hurry.
Please.
Of course.
And Leonora will give like a small bow and look to the other two, leaving Raphael there. We're just gonna leave him outside. It'll be fine. And starts,
Snow, rain.
Throw him out the door, close it. It'll be fine.
I mean, unless we want to bring him, he'll be fine, right? Sure, fine, we'll bring him. Okay. So
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I'm not going to kill him because of it. It's just funny.
Yeah. We'll at least bring him to the front door, but he doesn't get to come inside. No, I'm just kidding.
He's made the door stop.
They just grab ankles and drag him along.
And as we have Raphael at arms, we're hastening to the lighthouse.
Yep.
As you get into the lighthouse, you go upstairs, you see Soren looking at you all. Who is that? Who are you talking to? There was someone. What's going on?
Your watch is ended, friend.
But why haven't they gone away?
They have to resolve the matter which held them here to begin with. But now they have something to guide them safely to do so.
So I stopped playing. Are you sure?
I'm sure.
And he puts the violin and the bow down and looks out. And you all watch as at first the shadows surge forward, but Ecclesia sticks up their hand and a light forms in it. And all of the shadows fixate on the light and they step forward, drifting forward. And by the way, I apologize. I occasionally slip into the male pronouns. This is a very androgynous figure that's leading. And as they guide through, if you all stay in on the floor with the family, they disappear from view as they enter into the lighthouse. And the family are all clinging together, except for Soren, who is trying to keep an eye on things in a very like he's got the violin at the ready to start playing again. And Maeve, who has wriggled out of her mom's arms and is like face to the window, looking out, like trying to catch what's happening as they drift in. Do any of you go downstairs to see what's happening there?
I think Mykolas will once it's clear they are under control.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leonora would, as like a proud mama moment.
Mm-hmm. Fair.
Umberto would stay with the unconscious lovebirds.
Put a bit of a cape over their face so the snow isn't on, getting into their eyes or anything. And Mykolas and Leonora, you watch as Ecclesia leads, standing at the top of the tower, allowing the shadows to drift down, and then the light returns. That bright, searing light. You hear shouts from upstairs, and then more, and then more, and then more. Like even as you are closing your eyes and even put hands over them, like the light is still getting through and is glowing. Raphael, you wake up, just surrounded by this powerful, energetic glow. And the glow is all around, is everywhere.
Am I dead?
Yes, but it's okay. It was a very glorious death.
He just sort of collapses and sort of looks up at Umberto, half hang out, and is just like,
You are
It's
no
good to see you.
longer helpless, Raphael. So we're going to put you back at you are still one minor wound away from being helpless
Yeah.
again, but you are not currently helpless.
Oh, good. It's gonna
It
try to
takes
get
a
up.
while. And the shadows actually have not, as you look up, the one kind of breach in the light is actually shadows that are continuing to stream down because there were a lot of them. But then finally, the light goes dark. The fireplaces are all extinguished. And the only light remaining is that of torches and other things that were set up. Though downstairs, there does seem to be a light all of its own.
Mykolas will start to approach the light.
You go down the stairs, and it's like going down into a basement that has like that one like dangling light bulb that you have to tug on in order to bring up. And you get down there and you see a number of these creatures. 75 of them all told. It's pretty crowded down here now. There's still a fire in the furnace, but it is burned very low. And looking, Mykolas, all you see are whatever fuel the family had been putting in. It'll probably burn, but it'll burn like a bonfire. The light is not going to be sufficient to power the lighthouse. Not even close. And as they're all standing around looking at each other, looking at their long hands, Ecclesi is walking among them, checking on them carefully, and then steps up to you all on the stairs. It is done. They look to Leonora. Thank you for my name.
It is always a blessing to give.
Long ago, my name was Cora, but this is a new age, a new life, a new world. I think I'll keep the one you gave me.
We're in the basement, correct?
Yeah, where the big furnace was.
Um,
Still is, just not burning.
and you say the shadows are still down here, or are they?
There are
gone?
no shadows down here. There is no fire and thing. There are just the flesh and blood, which Ecclesia has identified to you all as Cyrne, who are the
Cyrne.
ancient empire that once ruled even before the old human empire. Many ruins throughout are supposed to be them. No human in memory has ever seen a living one.
Great. I think Leonora will look at Ecclesi and will ask them,
And what shall we tell Maeve? They are quite worried about you.
Once I'm in, well, that might take some time to find the proper clothes. But, and they actually concentrate for a second, wiggle the fingers, and you watch as a long dark robe of sorts forms around them, very rudimentary, made as if it's weird. It's like they kind of got it wrong. Like it's cloth, but it's cut like leather. It's behaving weirdly, and it's like this will suffice for now. I am not Shadow, but I remember Shadow. I will.
I'm sure if you reintroduce yourself, she would be more than happy to take your new name.
One such like that, she might actually take it. I'll have to be careful.
It is true with that one. So will you, and forgive me, I do not mean to wish to speak ill, be the new guardian of this lighthouse?
We will have to speak on that, but from what I understand, from the books that are here, and the way he says they say that, you all recognize, even with one dot of empathy, every book in the tower, it's like they've read them all.
Mm-hmm.
Just absorbed. We will need to find a place away from here. But perhaps we can be of aid before we go. It will not be as it was. But we have magic of our own. And we can make a new lighthouse. Though they will not enjoy carrying fuel up to the top.
Oh. Well, it will at least allow the boy to sleep, so I'm sure they will be gracious.
I look around to all of you. You. He looks at Mykolas. We are used to cruelty. First from the counselors, and then those that bore their names when they became Devai. But you bear their darkness, but you resisted the urge. And he gives a bow of respect. Few with power manage to do as such. But I believe once we've done our work here, we will be traveling far from Devai, lest they try to reclaim us.
As you should.
They smile as they look at their hands. We were never powerful in our time. Simple villagers and farmers. But even that magic is great by the standards of this age. We must rest for a time. Yes.
If you will allow a humble priest to give you a final gift before you make your journey elsewhere.
I would never dare turn it down, given the gifts that have been given already.
So I'm going to spend because this thing still looks so they still look hurt, correct?
Yes. Yeah, Ecclesia definitely looks quite injured.
So he is going to pray a prayer of strength and a prayer of healing over him as over them as I spend the last hero point I have to use Miracle Worker on Ecclesia.
Ecclesia frowns as you do so, out of curiosity more so than anything, and looking at as their wounds close. And you've never seen your power work this effective. They are badly hurt. Think 3 dramatic wounds hurt. and you watch them heal entirely. This is different. Interesting. My thanks. You are a student of your Vaticine faith, yes?
I am.
A gift of my people, even those such as us, is an ability to absorb knowledge near us. It was a great way to share until those that became divine started finding ways to fragment it. I've read all of the books in this tower just since receiving my name. There is a passage that you should read. And they give you a scripture. And Raphael, you don't have it memorized, but you know how to find it when you get access to the books. And he gives a bow and says, "We will drift into the ground for a while. Tomorrow night we will rebuild the lighthouse so that it will be safe for you to depart, or others to arrive in dark. This storm will be a long time rampaging, but perhaps," he kind of gives Mykolas a little bit of a glance, "perhaps you all will be able to do something about that soon." And you watch as they all take a moment and close their eyes, and then a silvery light surfaces over them, and they drift down into the ground, having a look on their faces very much like very, very tired people going to bed. And you all are alone in the furnace room.
I think if there's nothing for us to necessarily like clean up or to mark necessarily, I would just go upstairs.
You all go upstairs. You see Rowan surrounded by various toy cars and other similar hand trolley things where they crashed into the floor in the family area with Erica very nervously tending. What did you do? She said to bring her downstairs. I did what I could. I can't pick her up. And they're like, Rowan looks like they'll be fine. I mean, what's one more head injury? As you all are able to kind of gather around, the family kind of holding to each other. You're able to kind of bring them up to speed on what has happened. Who's down below. At that, Samson kind of looks and goes, "The Sierra, truly."
Yeah.
Indeed.
Legends are walking in our time.
They likely built this place.
Well, that explains a lot. Thank you all so much. I had no idea the danger we were in.
Your son was very brave. He took care of you for a long time.
Hey, so am I, says Maeve.
You are very brave and very strong to get one such as her down these stairs. I am very proud of you.
And
It's
I
all
am
about the
quite
wheel.
impressed.
Soren nods and looks and says, and he stands up and he's looking at the violin. He's like, I think I'd rather not play this very much for a while. And he walks over to Raphael and is like, would you take it?
And he looks at Soren and really looks at him because this was like oh, the kid. This is the kind
Mykolas,
of
you recognize the long, like a soldier who's been at siege for way too long, giving up their sword. Because they finally don't need it anymore.
Yeah, he's trusting that the father will do the right thing and take it. So
yeah, no, like Raphael will reach out and take it sort of gingerly in his hand, because before this he hadn't picked it up since he was on the Isle of Adestain. And so this was the first time he had picked it up since, and just goes, I will do my very best and take care of this to the best of my ability. I do need to borrow your library at some point. Maybe after.
Oh. So, sure, go ahead. I think I'm actually going to crash in Maeve's room. We used to like to do that a lot, and I haven't been able to. So, yeah, go ahead. And the family, it's clear, exhausted,
Yes.
starts moving to bed. You all are able to get Rowan back into a bed. Raphael takes a second to kind of, she'll be fine. It'll just be funny, and Took will be very mad when he sees this episode. And we love you, Took. And Raphael, you go up and you have access to the library, and you see the Book of the Prophets
Page. He's gonna
turn
look and go
to the
through
reference that you were given, and you remember it was one of the weirder ones, written by the first, added to by the other two, and not in any kind of linear order. The order made sense to the prophets. It never made sense to anyone else. It's very pockmarked and stuff like that. But then you get to the reference, and you read, "When golden torch and storm burns free, when shadows kneel on bended knee, two halves made whole by child's tune, beware my priest, the fourth comes soon."
Oh! 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 He just sort of collapses / just plops on the bed holding this book and is just reading that passage over and over again until he passes out.
Anyone else doing anything with the night, or folks? Oh wait, no. Mykolas, as you manage to find bed, a voice returns. A deal completed. A little disappointing at the end, but I've come to expect such things. And suddenly, for the first time, you have an image of Rona. You know, she's not there physically, but she's as if you were in a dream, walking around, looking around the room that you're in. Are you ready, Mykolas?
yeah.
My name is Rona, the Crow of War. Rona adere tormenta. And there's the crack of lightning striking outside as Mykolas comes into possession of the word of storm. And with that, we are going to bring our episode to a close. Thank you so much to Basics of the Game for hosting us. Thank you so much to Dragon of the Dark Rose for producing. Thank you so much to all of our players and everyone involved with Swashbuckle and Roll. But one last thing. deep over a sea of blood, roiling in all directions. A figure steps out of an oddly familiar looking hermitage. Everything crafted as if from blood, but almost a mirror image of the painting that even now is on the Sandoval's fortune. And such a figure made of blood walks out. And looking out over the seventh sea, they watch as a bright blaze of light, visible even here, shoots up into the sky. They smile and recite, "Burning cities, bruised by war. Praise not the three. I am the fourth." We'll see you next time.